Hey writing class, I hope you all had a great weekend. Great work these past few weeks. I've been really impressed with all of your well-written and such detailed paragraphs. Also, fantastic job editing your sentences, adding in your commas and quotation marks, and making sure to add the proper punctuation. So keep up the great work. So for today and tomorrow's lesson, we're going to be doing our test, which will be lesson 30. So for today's class, we will be working on parts A, B, C, and D. And then in tomorrow's lesson or tomorrow's test, you will be doing part E, which will be writing your 2 paragraphs. So we've done a lot of review for all of these parts. So we're going to start our test. So I have my book right here, so I'm going to read what it says. So we're going to be looking at lesson 30. This lesson is a test to see how well you have learned what was taught in the earlier lessons. So we're going to start off with part A. So find part A in your workbook. I'll read the instructions. Put a comma in each sentence that begins with a part that tells when. The writer forgot the rule about putting a comma in sentences that begin with a part that tells when. Sometimes the writer put a period instead of a comma. Sometimes the writer just left out the comma. Your job is to fix up the passage. Put a comma in each sentence that begins with a part that tells when. And then they tell us a hint. There are 6 sentences that begin with a part that tells when. And they also tell us that if there's a period where there should be a comma, remember that the next letter needs to be a lowercase and not an uppercase. Now I'll go over for part B. So you can pause the video now, work on part A, and then I'll go over part B. So find part B. The title of this section is quotations, so we're going to be editing quotations. The writer forgot to punctuate sentences that tell the exact words somebody said. You have to put in the missing quotation marks, capitals, and commas. So your job is to fix up the sentences that tell the exact words that people have said. So once again, you have to add in your quotation marks, your commas, and your periods. So you can pause the video now, and then I will explain part C. So for part C, it asks us to fix up the sentences so there are no unclear words. So you're going to have to circle the correct word. You're going to be given 2 options, so circle the correct word. So once again, you can pause the video now, and then I will go over part D. So for part D, you'll have to have a piece of paper, or you can write right underneath. Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, you can write it right underneath. You're going to rewrite each sentence so that it has the word "and" only one time. So it tells us that these sentences have the word "and" too many times. We have to rewrite each sentence so that each sentence only has the word "and" one time. So guys, make sure to complete parts A, B, C, and D to the best of your ability, and then send them back to me. Great work, and then tomorrow we'll work on part E of your test. So keep up the awesome work. See ya.